So there's this trending thing going on with most designers when it comes to designing flyers for most especially I think churches, and you realize that with the images of the speakers, they tend to create this texture feel, and it blends with the background and makes the flyer look so appealing, and it makes it pop, just as your client will say. So in this video, join me as I walk you through the step-by-step process on how to get that effect done using Adobe Photoshop. Hello everyone, this is Benjamin and welcome back to the channel. Over here, this is the image I'm going to be using for the design process. So a big shout out to Decontaminate Studios inside Winneba for giving this guy that touch. Thank you so much, Decontaminate Studios inside Winneba. Back to our tutorial. This is the image that I'll be using for the tutorial, just as I said. So first of all, we'll need to get rid of the background. So I'm gonna just select my quick selection tool, and I'll come over here to the option bar and click on the select subject, and let's wait for the Adobe AI to do its magic. Alright, so Adobe AI has done its magic by selecting the subject from the background, and you can see some moving ant around this image. That is a selection that has been done. So over here again with the option bar, I'm going to click on select and mask. So you can see that we've actually gotten rid of the background over here, and now we only have the subject. Good. So I'm going to just do some few touches over here, and quickly we'll move over to what to do. So with my smart radius checked, I'm going to just increase the smart radius to 2 or probably 1 is okay. And smooth, what about smooth? Let me say smooth should be 2 or 1. Smooth has gone to 8. This smooth thing, I think 4 is okay. This smooth is coming to put me into trouble. Okay, so let's shift. Let me increase the contrast a bit. It makes the edges sharp. It looks sharp with the contrast. It makes the edges sharp. And we have this final checkbox over here, that is Decontaminate Colors. Check it. And what I've noticed this thing doing is that normally after selecting your image or selecting your subject out of the background, it leaves this slight blemishes, not on the edges, sometimes on the edge, but then outside the edge of the image it leaves this small blemishes and it doesn't look professional. But I realized that clicking on this Decontaminate Colors gets rid of it. So since then I've been using Decontaminate Colors. So quickly I'm just going to head on to click on OK, and we have this. Okay, so I'm going to right click on this guy and turn this to smart object, convert this to smart object. Now what this smart object simply means is that any changes, any effect, any color grading, anything that I'll do on this image will be on the image, alright, but then I can easily get rid of it. If I should say I don't need them again, I can easily get rid of them. So that is basically the work of the smart object. So over here we're going to head on to filter and choose camera raw. That is where all the magic is going to happen. So this is camera raw. So realize that with this image it looks dark already, so I'm just going to add a small exposure to it, then increase the contrast a bit, do some small highlight, do some small shadow. Let's increase the shadow. Then let's come to the texture. This is where the this is where the magic works. So with the texture, I'm going to increase the texture, and I'm going to increase the clarity. And this is what they this is what they've been doing. This is what they've been doing, guys. This is what they've been doing. So with the texture, there's no limit to the length that you need to pull to get that effect that you want. So you are not obliged to go with the numbers that I'm putting in here. You are at liberty to pull as much as you can. Just conjure things and see how it looks, and you are good to go. Right, good. So that is the effect we have over here. I can still go ahead and make it, black the more, and this looks okay. With the saturation, we can increase the saturation or probably decrease the saturation. I think let me put it back to 0. So this is the before and this is the after. Man, let's click on OK. So this is what I was referring to when I spoke about the smart object. So this is a smart object. This is a smart filter. So I can easily turn this off, and we have this back for us. So I can just easily bring it. Now, this alone is okay, but then some people try to go even further by adding flares to it. So what I mean by flare is that they try to add lens flare to this image. So I have this lens flare. So this is my lens flare. Let me increase the size of the lens flare and put it on top. So now what I need to do here is to go to my blending mode, my blending options over here, and try to choose which one that would work best. And that is it. I don't need to tell you what to do. Okay, so just one after the other, see which one will work, then you just go with it. So color blending work, linear blend no, darker, then go screen wants to work, but then it is trying to prove stubborn. Okay, so let's go and see which one will work and come back to screen. Linear dodge. Linear dodge is also trying to work, but then it's also trying to prove stubborn. Overlay, soft light, hard light, vivid light. Okay, so let's go with screen, and the high is too much, so let's push this guy over here. Can we create a clipping mask of this? So let's right click on this and see create clipping mask. Yeah, we can create a clipping mask of this. So let's shift this guy, bringing it closer gives you that effect, bringing it here gives you that effect. So wherever you want to put it, you can just decide and put it. Okay, so maybe at the edges, the edge will work, right? The forehead, the moment. So whichever place you want to push it, you can just push it there, but then you can as well add a vector mask to this. Select your brush tool, make sure the opacity is turned down a bit, and maybe you can just clean some portion. And there you have it. This looks too much. There you have it. We can as well reduce opacity of it over here. There you go. So guys, from today onwards, you should try to put some style to the speakers that you use for your designs, and it will make your design pop. Don't just leave the speakers unattended to. Don't just leave them as they are. And I would I will push this advice across. Anytime a client is asking you to design a flyer, please request a professionally taken photograph. Avoid taking pictures that they took with their phones. It doesn't make your design professional. Guys, this brings us to the end of today's video tutorial. I believe you've learned something. If you did, please go ahead and leave us a like, and you can even do more by sharing this video with your other colleagues to also learn from it just as you have. Let me also know in the comment section what you want me to be creating in my next video, and I would work on that for you. Until I come your way next time, it is all BlabenSolutions, and never stop creating. I'm out.